Hello everyone, I'm Belle and welcome back to my channel. So today I am posting another speed build in The Sims, and this is actually part 2 of the speed build that I posted yesterday. And it's me building the apartments in the new world in Lovestruck. I don't remember what the world is called. I think it's Ciudad Enamorada, but I'm not sure. I'm definitely not pronouncing it right either, but yeah. So funny story about this whole build idea. So I were at work on Thursday when the pack released, and then I came home and I was like, oh my god, I gotta make a sim and I'm gonna do all the fun new dates and that stuff, and I was excited. So I got home, I got the pack, and then I made my sim, and then I was so exhausted from work because I have just gotten back from my vacation, because I had been on 4 weeks vacation and now I am back at work, and this was my first week of work. So I was so excited. I was like, I have no brain juice left. I just went straight to bed and slept. And then the day after, on Friday, I had finished my sim, and I wanted to move her into the world and get her some cute place to live. And I just thought that I would build like a small starter home for this sim, but no. I picked one of the starter lots and I bulldozed it, and I wanted to build my own thing. But then I looked around at the surroundings of that neighborhood area, and there were lots of townhouses and apartment buildings, that stuff, and I was kind of silly to build a little house in the middle of the city. So I was like, well, maybe I should build an apartment because it would blend in better with the environment. So a tiny little starter home transformed into this huge apartment building. Oh, well, it's not huge. It's only 4 units in here, but yeah. It got a backyard too with a pool, and that's nice because we got rounded pools now, and I am really excited about that. It's really fun to build with, actually, so yeah, that's fun. But this is actually the first build that I have done with the new pack. I will definitely build more here. I think it's such a beautiful world, and I'm so excited because now you can actually build residential rental lots on penthouse lots as well. And I think everyone was a bit disappointed when we noticed that we didn't get apartments in this world, because we saw the penthouses in the trailer and we were like, oh my god, is this a penthouse? There had to be apartments and that stuff. But no, but I think they kind of made it up to us a little bit. Of course you have to own for rent to make functional apartments on the penthouse lots, but at least you can do it, there is an option. But I have rambled for so long now, so I have started furnishing the first of the 4 apartments, and I went with a cozy red theme in this apartment. Well, at least I think it's cozy. It looks cozy. I will definitely live there. But yeah, it's I imagine that they were a family living here, one of the parents cooking, so I decorated the kitchen quite a lot. I don't know what the other parent does. Maybe photography. Maybe the other parent is a photographer, because I put up all of these picture frames that you can put your own pictures into. So I thought that he maybe would have, or she, or yeah, one of the parents might have taken so much pictures of their child while they were growing up and that stuff, and just want to cherish all of those moments. And that's why I put all of the empty picture frames, because if you move in your sim here, or if I move in a sim here, you can just fill them up with lots of memories, so that's nice. And I imagined that there were a couple here, and they have a son together, so I decorated a bedroom for a toddler, actually. And I don't really do that many toddler bedrooms, so I'm quite proud of myself for doing a toddler bedroom. I just haven't gotten to the toddler bedroom yet, so there are no potty and there are no high chair, but I will add that in later. And for some reason I put the high chair in the hallway, but at least there is one, you know. And the best thing about toddlers is that you really don't have to have a high chair. You can just put out food on a counter, and then you will just go over their reach and then they have a plate of food, and that's so nice. The infants are not nice in that way, but I really like the infants too. It's just a lot more work, so much more work. It's like, I remember when we got toddlers to the game, because we didn't have toddlers in the beginning of this game, and then we were like, oh my god, they're so hard to care for and that stuff. And then came the infants, and then toddlers were not hard to manage anymore. So yeah, I think that's funny, like how you look at it, how it may seem one way and then you just look the other way, and yeah. I also used like colorful windows on the outside, because one half of the building is yellow and the other one is green. And I don't know, I thought it was fun to use like the colored frames in the windows, because I would probably never do that, let's be honest. So yeah. It of course clashes a bit with the color schemes that I went with for the apartments, but I don't care. I just chose to ignore that part, and that's quite big. It's a big step for me, because yeah, I got too much OCD for this shit, okay? But yeah, we are soon done with this first apartment, and I am just picking out a wallpaper for the master bedroom before moving into the toddler bedroom. So yeah, and actually all of the apartments got 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, so I'm quite proud of that actually, because when I build apartments I usually build them too small, so they are super cramped and that stuff. Well, these apartments are a bit cramped, but it isn't like the biggest lot. It's a 20 by 30 lot, so yeah, I'm still very proud of that. And if I would have added another story, I could have put in lots of more apartments, so if you want that, it's just to go ahead and do that. But yeah, I feel like I don't really use red that much for color schemes, so I just went all out with the red in this apartment, and I'm kind of happy that I did, because I don't know, it looks cozy. It looks very cozy. I would personally not have a red apartment. Actually, the apartment I live in with my boyfriend, we have a red kitchen. It's not the vibe. It's really not the vibes, but we won't live here forever, and yeah. Because when I moved in with my boyfriend first, I was like, we're gonna have to renovate the kitchen, it's so ugly. And now I'm like, yeah, we're not gonna live here for that much longer, it's fine. We're just gonna have to make a good choice for the next apartment. No more red kitchen for me. But yeah, and now we are moving into the second apartment, and I actually started furnishing a little bit before I started recording, because it's really a long video and there are lots of apartments to be furnished, and I am so slow at furnishing apartments. But yeah, I really like this one actually. I imagined that they were roommates, 2 roommates that lives here, and they are like quite eclectic, and they like to like travel the world, and they have lots of books they like to read, and I imagine that one of them really likes to paint, so I put in an easel in their room, and then in the other roommate's room I put lots of photos and that stuff, and I imagine that that Sim is very social and wants to be friends with everyone and that stuff. And here actually I'm doing a little bit of a trick. I built in a desk into the bookshelves. I don't know if the bookshelves are functional, but I don't care because it looks good. So yeah, but I went for like a mint deep green and pink kind of color scheme in here, and then I mixed like light and dark wood, and I am the person that never mixes light and dark wood, so I really went out there with this one, like first the red apartment and now this one with mixed color wood. But yeah. And actually I used the new shower door in this apartment. I don't know if I cut out the bathroom or not, because this is a very long video, as I said before, so yeah, but I really like the new shower doors, and at first I were a bit sad that I didn't go like all the way up to the ceiling, but there are a trick to this, and you can actually put doors on half walls, and in real life all of the like shower doors and that stuff doesn't go all the way up to the ceiling, so you can just choose a half wall, and there are one size that actually matches perfectly with the height of the shower door, so that's perfect. Well, at least not here where I live. The shower doors doesn't go all the way up to the ceiling, but I guess that's possible too. It just all depends. But yeah, and then the shower door are 2 tiles wide, and it would have been nice to have a shower door that is 1 tile wide as well, because it would be a lot more customizable and that stuff. But we can always work around that, you know. We have done that so many times as simmers. But yeah, I really like this apartment. It turned out so cute. It's almost like I really wanna make the Sims that live here that I have in my mind and play with them here. But yeah, I have made that sim after work on Thursday, and I really need to like play with her. Because I put so many hours into that sim. There were so many nice stuff in Create a Sim as well in this pack, like so much. And this pack is kind of a bit more adulty than the other packs. Like, of course, it's still for everyone. Like, if you're over 13, absolutely no problem. But it's spicy, and I haven't really gotten into the gameplay yet. But I have watched simmers that got early access play it, and yeah, it's spicy. And I just can't wait to see for myself how spicy it is exactly. And I'm so eager to create some drama. You have no idea, guys. But yeah, speaking of other simmers, I have actually watched Lil Simsy a lot. I always watch her, but I have watched her extra much this time, these last days, because she got early access to the pack. And if you didn't know, she's actually doing a fundraiser right now for the children in Palestine, and it's really important because they really need help, and Israel is just like attacking them every single day, and the children are just like, they are victims because they don't really want to be there and they can't do anything about it. Of course, maybe adults can do anything about it either when it's war, but children is more like in danger, and so it's really good of her to do this fundraiser. So if you want to donate, please do. I can link her Tiltify link in the description of this video if you want to. And yeah, it's for a really important cause. So yeah. And this is actually the last bedroom of this apartment, and I had a little bit of a struggle doing this, but it came together in the end. And at first I used like the pictures from the new pack, but it's like not the vibe for friends because some of the faces are like crossed out and there are hearts and that stuff. So I actually changed it out later, not on camera, and to the picture from children's stuff pack. It's really nice. I got fairy lights. But yeah, I also made her a fake little vanity because I thought that she were into makeup and that stuff. So yeah, and I really like the green vibes in here. Like there are lots of green vibes in this bedroom and lots of pink vibes in the other bedroom. And I also made her a mess on the floor because I thought that she would be a messy sim. I don't know why, I just got those vibes when I were building. And it's actually been a long time since I had Sims in mind when I was building, because I feel like I always made it like generic and that stuff, but now I actually thought of some Sims when I decorated the apartments, and I think that was really fun actually. So yeah, I'm really excited about this one. And I also posted a poll on my community space here on YouTube yesterday about the content that I make and what content you enjoy the most, because I am thinking about only switching to doing content for one game, and that's like either Star Stable Online or The Sims 4. And right now The Sims 4 is easier for me because I can just build in The Sims, and I don't really need to do a voiceover all the time because I don't always have the time, or I don't really know what to talk about, and I'm really self-conscious. Like, am I even interesting to listen to? I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. So yeah, I have scheduled a lot of speed builds for the coming weeks, and I haven't done a voiceover for them, so yeah, just so you know. But it's just so much easier for me because I actually started this build off camera, and then I saw that it turned out really good, and then I was like, okay, I will bulldoze it, and then I will start again and record it. So I don't know, something in me really wants to share all of my Sims builds with you guys, and I really feel like I want to prioritize that. I don't know why, I am just stuck to speed builds in Sims. So yeah, I haven't really decided what I'm gonna do with the content in my channel, but yeah, we'll see. And I see that some of you have answered the poll, and this far most of you wanted to see Star Stable Online, and I'm kinda a little bit in a burnout there. Like, there's not really that fun content, I think, anymore. Like, sure, the championship ribbon system have made me play a bit, but not too much, and it's always like the same thing for me over and over again. It's just train the horses, buy new horses, train the horses, buy new horses, you know. And I haven't even played the latest main story quest because I just don't have the energy to do it. So yeah, it's a bit of a pickle, you know. But yeah, we'll see how I feel in the future. But for now, I think there's gonna be Sims videos for a little bit, but I probably will get back into Star Stable Online later as well. And I also know that I started a Let's Play about the game Rival Stars Horse Racing, and I really want to finish that too, but I don't know, there's just so much I can do, and I got my job to tend to, and I really need to take care of myself too, because it's really important. So yeah, we'll just see how it goes, but for now I'm just gonna go for it. And we're actually decorating the third apartment now, and this apartment I made for my sim that I created. So I imagined her living here, and she is like, she got the non-committal trait, and she's romantic, and I think she hates children as well, and she got one of the new romance aspirations. I don't remember which one, but I will do both of the new ones because you get really good traits, and I think that she is one of the Sims that just want to have fun, go on dates. She don't want to get stuck with someone, and that's why she's non-committal and that stuff, and she just really want to date around. But I created this storyline that I think that she will not fall in love, but like have a kid mistakenly, and then have to raise the kid, and she's not good to the kid because she doesn't want to like have a kid, and then the kid grows up and like moves out when the kid's a teenager because the kid doesn't want to be with the mother and that stuff. And I think I got a good storyline played out for this one. But yes, you can see this apartment is very pink, and I really enjoy that. It was a lot of, she wears a lot of pink, so I just based it off of that. So yeah, and the extra bedroom in this apartment is actually a little workout studio. I made a little yoga studio for her, and I also put the new gym equipment in there because I imagine that she like wants to stay in shape and attract guys and that stuff. So yeah, I imagine that she is like a little bit unhinged. And the bathroom here, I also used the new shower door, and it's like really golden, like it's a gold and white bathroom. But I think I cut that out of the speed build because it would just be too long if I left it in. So yeah, I don't think there are so much more footage of this apartment because I had to cut a lot out because the video is really long as it is. But yeah, I don't think this is my favorite apartment, even though I built this for my sim, but I think the last one is my favorite apartment, and I really want to make sims for that household as well. Maybe I will just make sims as neighbors for my sims. I'm really like setting this up so hard, and I'm probably not gonna play with my sim that much. Or maybe I will, I don't know, we'll just have to see. But yeah, on to the final apartment, and I started it a little bit. Like I just placed down the floor and picked out some kitchen counters and chose a color scheme, because I feel like it would take so much time if you will have to see me pick color scheme for each of the apartments and that stuff. So yeah, I went for a little bit more modern here, and blue, black and white color scheme, and I really like it actually. It's really nice, if I say so myself. I cut out the bathroom though, and the bathroom in this apartment is unfortunately very small. It's like a 1x3, and yes, they are functional because there are these showers that's come. There are two of those showers, one from this pack, Lovestruck, and one from University, and it's one of the showers that you simply can like step over and doesn't have any glass doors or anything, so it's basically just like a tap on the wall. Yeah, you can see it here when I popped into the bathroom really quickly. And yes, I chose a very blue tile in the bathroom. I am very aware of that. But yeah, the Sims I imagine for this apartment is a single dad that works like really hard. I don't know what he does, but I think he gets a lot of money from his career. But yeah, I actually didn't think of a career, so yeah. And then I think that he lives here with his teenage son. And I don't know what happened to the mother. Maybe she like got divorced and the son chose to stay with his dad, or she maybe passed away, or maybe she even cheated with a woman or another man and like ran away-ish. I don't know. But yeah, I imagine that the dad likes to cook, and he's really like a good father, I imagine. Like he really takes care of his son, and he always keeps the apartment tidy, and he cooks and that stuff. Or maybe has a butler, I don't know. Since I imagine that he is really rich, maybe he do have a butler that does everything for him, because I imagine that the apartment would be like very neat and that stuff. And this is one of my favorite parts with the apartments, because it have like a little study nook, and I imagine that the dad works there. Maybe he works from home sometimes and that stuff. Maybe he's like a lawyer. I feel like a lawyer really would bring in a lot of money. So yeah. And my cats are running around and screaming in the background. They have just been fed, and they always have like this huge energy rush after they have been fed. So yeah, if you hear some noises or something running around in the background, it's just my cats. My lovely little cats. They are really enjoying the weather these days, because we got the balcony open like all day. Because it's so hot here. Like it's been such a hot summer, and I'm not a fan of it. I really don't like the hot, well, the warm. Yeah, I don't like the warm weather. That's what I'm trying to say. I prefer when it's rainy or cold and that stuff, because it's so much easier to just like wear a nice cozy sweater and a blanket and just cozy up in the sofa and that stuff. And it's so much harder to get cold when it's so warm everywhere. Like, sure, I got fans on all of the time, and I take cold showers and I go to the lake and swim and that stuff, but it's just not the same. It works for a little bit, but not always. So yeah. The main color scheme in this apartment is blue, as I said before, but the son's bedroom actually is red. It's like more of a muted red than the vibrant red that is downstairs. So yeah, but I thought that it would be weird that the son had a blue bedroom, and I really wanted the son to like have his own color scheme for his bedroom, because I imagine that if he would have a blue bedroom, then maybe his father would have chosen that for him, and maybe he didn't want to have the blue bedroom. So I just imagined that he got to choose himself which color scheme he wanted for his room, and then his dad were just like, yeah, sure, and just gave him what he wanted. And the son, I think he spoiled the son, because he got like a framed TV and a TV what's it called, like TV game console in his room. But I think that he's like not a spoiled brat. Like he's a nice guy still, and his room is also very tidy. So yeah, either he the father is really tidy and that stuff, or they have a butler, but I am more leaning into the butler kind of theory of this storyline right now. So yeah, I think that the butler just keeps everything tidy and that stuff, but he's still a teenager, so I put up some posters on the wall and I gave him like a stained coffee mug on his nightside table because I thought that he like maybe had some hot chocolate or coffee or tea or something and brought it with him, and it's just still there. The butler haven't really gotten to that yet, or maybe he like always has a cup there and the butler is like, yeah, it's always gonna be there, I'm not gonna bother with putting it away. So yeah, but we're actually coming to an end of this video right now, so I just want to thank you so much for watching, and if you want to download it, you can find me on the gallery. My gallery ID is GamerVal11. I will write it down in the description down below so you can find it easily. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in another video. Bye guys!